Okay, section 2.5 is applications involving percents. And before we get started, I'm going to go over an equation that you need, and it is this. Is over of equals percent over 100. That is one formula that you will need, especially here in the beginning. Okay, number 1 says find the missing value. 70 is what percent of 560? So 70 is what percent of 560? So you're going to do is over of 70 over 560 equals, you don't know the percent, over 100. So 70 over 560 equals x over 100. I'm going to do, and I hate saying this, but cross multiply this way. Actually, I'm going to do a different color. You're going to do 70 times 100 equals 560 times x. So 70 times 100 equals 560 times x. Okay, 70 times 100, it's 7,000, equals 560x. I need to divide both sides by 560. And I'm left with x equals 7,000 over 560, which is 12.5. So the missing value is 12.5%. Number 2 says, what is 0.5% of 278? What is, so we don't know the is part, that's going to be x. 0.5% of 278. So is over of equals the percent over 100. Is over of equals percent over 100. Cross multiply. So we're going to have 100 times x is going to equal 278 times 0.5. So 100x equals 278 times 0.5 is 139. Dividing both sides by 100 to get the x by itself, I have x equals 139 divided by 100, 1.39. So 1.39 is 0.5% of 278. Question 3. 564 is 80% of what number? So 564 is 80% of what? So the of is going to be the x. Is over of equals percent over 100. So is 564 over of x equals 80 over 100. Cross multiply. 564 times 100 equals x times 80. 564 times 100 equals 80 times x. So I have 564 times 100 is 56,400, and that equals 80x. Divide both sides by 80, and I get x equals 56400 divided by 80, 705. So the missing value is 705. 564 is 80% of 705. Number 4. Patrick purchased 8 new tires that were regularly priced at $91.99 each, but are on sale for $40 off per tire. If the sales tax rate is 7%, how much will be charged to Patrick's Visa card? Okay, for each tire, the cost of each tire, they were normally $91.99, but they're $40 off. So $91.99 minus $40, $51.99 for each tire. That's each. But he needs to buy 8 tires. So the cost of the 8 tires before tax will be 8 times $51.99. So how much does he pay? $51.99 times 8 tires, $415.92. Okay, that's how much he gets charged for the 8 tires, but there's also a sales tax of 7%. So my next question is, what is 7% of $415.92? Okay, here we go with our is over of. What is, so our is going to be X, 7% of $415.92. So is over of equals percent over 100. Cross multiply 100 times X equals 415.92 times 7. 100X equals 415.92 times 7. 415.92 times 7 is 2911.44, and that's going to equal 100x. Dividing both sides by 100, x equals 329. No, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. What was it? 2911.44 divided by 100. 29.11. All right. So the cost of the tires for all 8 tires was this much. The tax on the 8 tires was this much. So total charged will equal the $415.92 plus the $29.11. $415.92 plus $29.11, $445.03. So one more time, each tire was $40 off of the original $91.99. So each tire cost $51.99. He had to buy 8 tires. So 8 tires at $51.99 each came to $415.92. Then he had to pay a 7% sales tax. So what is 7% of $415.92? Is over of equals percent over 100, and we saw that the sales tax would be $29.11. So to find the total cost of the 8 tires with tax, the 8 tires were $415.92 plus the tax of $29.11 gave us a total charge of $445.03. Number 5 says, in a recent survey of college-educated adults, 210 indicated that they regularly work more than 55 hours per week. If this represents 42% of those surveyed, how many people were in the survey? So that's a fancy way of saying 210 is 42% of what? 210 people indicated they worked more than 55 hours a week. That was 42% of the total number of people. So of what? Is over of equals percent over 100. Is 10 of what? So the of is the x. 210 over x equals 42 over 100. Cross multiply. 210 times 100 equals 42 times x. 210 times 100 equals 42 times x. 210 times 100 is 21,000 equals 42x. Divide by 42 on both sides. 21,000 divided by 42 is 500. So there were 500 people in the survey. Number 6, how much interest will Roxanne have to pay if she borrows $5,000 for 2 years at a simple interest rate of 3%? Okay, simple interest. There's another formula here. Simple interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time, but you got to be careful. Time has to be in years. Okay, there's your formula. Here we go. Borrows $5,000, so that's your principal. 2 years, that's your time. Interest rate of 3%. Okay, your rate is going to be 0.03. You got to convert that percent to a decimal. So the simple interest that she'll have to pay will be 5,000, there's the principal, times 0.03, that's the rate, and 2 is the year. So I need to do 5,000 times 0.03 times 2. 5,000 times 0.03 times 2 is 300. She will owe $300 in interest. Number 7, Mike borrowed some money for 4 years at 4% simple interest. If he had to pay back a total of $4,118, how much did he originally borrow? All right, thinking through this out loud, the total amount is going to equal the principal, how much he borrowed, plus the interest. We don't know how much he borrowed originally. Okay, so we're going to let that be X. The interest is going to be the principal times the rate times the time. Okay, if we don't know the principal, let it be X. The interest on that amount is going to be X times R times T. So here comes our equation. Here's the total amount repaid, so 4,118. That's going to equal the principal plus the principal times the rate, 4%, so that's going to be 0.04, times the time, which was 4 years. So I have 4,118 equals X plus, okay, what is 0.04 times 4? That's 0.16. So X plus 0.16X. Now I can combine those like terms. What is 1X plus 0.16X? So 4,118 equals 1 plus 0.16 is 1.16x. Dividing both sides by 1.16, So I have 4118 divided by 0.16 is 25737. So I have 25737.5. Four one one eight equals 1.16 times x. I want to divide both sides by 1.16. So I have 4118 divided by 1.16, and I get 3550. So 3550 equals x. So he originally borrowed $3,550 at 4% simple interest for 4 years, and then he had to repay $4,118. So he originally borrowed 3550. Number 8, a hands-free kit for a car costs $67. An electronics store has it on sale for 30% off with free installation. Part A, what is the discount on the hands-free kit? And part B, what is the sale price? Okay, it cost originally $67. It has it on sale for 30% off. So here's the first question I'm going to ask. What is 30% of 67? So it's originally $67. It's 30% off. What is 30% of 67? Okay, what is, there's our is, it's going to be x. 30% of 67. So is over of equals 30 over 100. Cross multiply, 100 times x equals 67 times 30. All right, 67 times 30 is 2010, and that's equal to 100x. Dividing both sides by 100, I get x equals 2010 divided by 100 is 20.1. So what is the discount? The discount would be $20.10. So what is the sale price? The sale price is going to be the original price. So sale price is original minus the discount. The original price was $67. The discount is $20.10. So 67 minus $20.10 gives me $46.90. So $46.90 is the sale price. Question 9. The original price of a jukebox was $250. It is on sale for $240. What percent discount does this represent? Round to the nearest whole percent. Okay, my thoughts out loud. It was originally $250. It's on sale for $240. So how much was the sale? How much was the discount? Discount would be the original cost minus the sale cost. So $250 minus $240 is $10. So the question I'm asking or wanting to answer is that 10 is what percent of 250? $10 discount is a what percent of the original $250 item? So here we go with our is over of. 10 is what percent? So the percent's going to be the X of 250. 10 is what percent of 250 X over 100. 10 times 100 equals 250 times X. 10 times 100 equals 250 times X. So 10 times 100 is 1,000 equals 250X. Dividing both sides by 250. 1,000 divided by 250 is 4. So the discount rate is 4%. Question 10. Jamie purchased a beach umbrella and paid $16.01, including tax. If the price before tax is $14.99, what is the sales tax rate? Round to the nearest tenth of a percent. Okay, the total paid is going to be the price plus tax, right? Okay, so the price paid total was $16.01. The price of the umbrella was $14.99. So the tax would be, if I subtract $14.99 from both sides, the tax that I paid, or that she paid, was $16.01 minus $14.99, which is $1.02. So my question is going to be $1.02 is what percent of $14.99? $1.02 is what percent of $14.99? So here's the is, here's the of. Is over of equals percent, which is what you don't know, over 100. Cross multiply. 1.02 times 100 equals 14.99 times x. 1.02 times 100 equals 14.99 times x. 1.02 times 100 is 102. 102 equals 14.99x. Dividing both sides by 14.99, 102 divided by 14.99 is 6.80. So I get 6.80 equals x. And it told me to round to the nearest tenth. So it's 6.8% sales tax.